Thanks for stopping by. My name is Peaches. I am just a girl daring to take on risk while navigating a new life out here in the countryside of northeastern Ontario, Canada. Okay, I'm going to use my pressure canner for the first time, so I'm just preparing and I'm going by the book right now. So, my instruction is using for the first time. I'm supposed to fill the pot with half water. So, I'm going to go ahead and fill the pot with half water. I need a bigger sink. Okay, so I'm going to fill the pot with half water, and then I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of baking soda. Let me get my tablespoon. Okay, so it's going to be 4 tablespoons. Maybe I have to open another one. One, 2, 3. No, I have enough. 4. The reason why I took out my pressure canner today is because I want to preserve some beets. I don't want to pickle them all. I don't want to try to force them all in the freezer because my freezer is pretty full right now, or freezers. And so I want to put some in jars. And so, yeah, I got to get this thing started. Okay, I think this is about half.
Around.
I think this is about half.
I told him about it.
Okay.
And
So,
3. Yeah. This
there are 2 arrows, actually, one here, and arrows on the unit itself.
Yeah.
That shows me how to put it on.
Did you buy
So,
it or did I treat it?
no, Javon bought this for me.
Okay.
And I just close it like this. And this is the steam relief valve that they're talking about. This is A. I'm going to place it on here, which is B. There we go.
Oh, I am doing
Then, what's next? Outlet B, figure 5. So now I have number 1 position to the symbol L. Next thing is close the pressure cooker. I closed it already. Place the pressure cooker on a heat source set to maximum power. They didn't say I should put the rocks in, so I'll just wash the rocks separately. Okay, honey, I will be careful. See you later. Okay, so that's my heat source. And I'm supposed to center it. I'm also going to need a bigger range, honey, for this big pot. I'm just kidding. Please, I'm just kidding. Okay. Place a pressure cooker on a heat source set to my... When steam begins to exit the valve, figure 12. Let's look for figure 12. I don't like to see anything but blue flames. Okay. When the steam begins to exit the valve, figure 12.
Keep it in your hand,
Turn down the heat source and set a timer to 20 minutes. Okay. So I'll just turn this up. Still not like how it's on. Okay. After 20 minutes, turn off the heat source. To release the steam, position the symbol steam on the valve A opposite the marker L. Opposite. Right here, right here, right here. Okay. I guess, I don't know, whatever. So what I'll do now is wait to see when steam starts exiting here. And then when the steam starts exiting, then I'll go ahead and set the timer on my stove. Just see my hubby out there running around the house. I guess he's getting in some exercise. Okay, so in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and wash out some jars I have and also wash the racks that came with this baby here. Now, I don't think there's any special thing to do right now. Just open it. Yeah, that's it. Just open it. That's it. That's it, my friends. But I think I learned, maybe my mama said it when we were using a pressure cooker when I was younger and we got our first pressure cooker, that I should not let cold water go on my pressure cooker rubber when it is hot. So I'm gonna put this aside and let it cool while I wash up the pot. Whew, okay. Some bubbling going on, guys. But I don't want to empty this whole pot of hot water down my sink. No. Usually I turn on the cold water when I'm pouring hot water down the sink, but this is a lot of hot water. So I think what I'm going to do is take it outside and empty it outside. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, the thing is, when you empty hot water like this down your drain, what can happen is can actually melt like any kind of glue or stuff that's keeping your drain, your pipes together, right? So I don't want to take that chance. So now I am gonna pack these jars. Oh, let me get oh, here, right here. Do I need it? Maybe not. That's the most I'm gonna get in there. Canadian mason jar, made in Canada. Anything that's peeking up above the neck of these jars, I'm just gonna take them out. Oh. Okay, so I have 7. Oh, is it this piece left here? Oh no, here. There we go. Yeah, go ahead and put in a rock in the bottom. Put a teaspoon of salt in each of my, it's a half a teaspoon, my jar. And this is canning salt. There we go. I like how you're picking up. I may have to boil some more water. Get the air bubbles out, or there's one school of thought that says that you can just do this to get the air out. I feel so good to be able to can my beets like this. Okay, just want to let that water boil. Did I say it should hold 6 or 7 quarts? What I'm gonna do now is put my lid on. I line up my arrows, put my lid on. There we go. And then I am gonna set this to setting 2 because I am between 0 to 4,000 feet above sea level. Right? And my beads are supposed to go for okay, my friends, this is what happens when you're using your pressure canner for the first time. I am gonna have to go ahead and pour out all my beets. Yeah, pour them out into a pot and let them boil before I actually can them, because I should only be using the hot pack method to do my beets. And that would have been okay if I had boiled them to take the peels off, but because I didn't boil them to take the peels off, I gotta boil them now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that step right now. It happens, right? Learning curves. So here we go. All the contents of the jars. Shouldn't take long before they start boiling, or it starts boiling. And then, okay, let's just, ooh. First time canning beets, my friends. First time using my my pressure canner. So, okay. We are gonna cook, you guys. At least the same liquid that I cook them in, I'm gonna use the same liquid to can them. Okay, girl. So it's suggested cooking them for 30 to 40 minutes or until you can pierce them with a fork. Right, there we go. There we go, my friends. There we go. Being transparent with you. Very transparent with you. It's a learning curve that I have to get around. And so, yeah. So, I don't have to set a timer for this because I'm just going to cook them until they're soft. And I'm going to cover them because that will keep the steam in and help them to cook quicker. Yeah, that's it. Okay, my friends, the boys are in the back. You can hear the saw. They're cutting up some wood that our neighbor cut down for us. Our neighbor cut down the trees, right? And they're cutting up the trees. And right here, they have splitted some logs, and they don't expect me to be out here, but I am gonna go ahead and I am going to take these logs that are sitting here. I'm going to take them inside. Yeah, moving on to something else. I went outside to do some dirty work. Now I am back. Let's see if my fork can go through. My beets are cooked. Let's turn it off. And I think just in case some of the water evaporated during the boiling, I am gonna go ahead and boil some more water. All right, now we're gonna pack the beets in, and just maybe I'm gonna need the funnel because I can't use my hands to do this. Maybe I use a spaghetti spoon.
may be able to fit a few more in the jars, but I'm not going to stuff them too much right now. Okay, so it's been reduced because they're soft, right? So the jars can fit more. Just gonna put this over here, and whatever I have in here, I'm gonna try to stuff in these 6 jars. There we go. So, 6 jars. Now, just gonna go ahead and pour it from the pot. And I'm not gonna fill this up. I'm gonna make sure I spread it around in all the jars. Yeah, actually, the canner does fit 7. Ooh. So, let's put more in this and this. Okay, might be able to fill them all. Okay, so in the meantime, let's put back the canner on the burner. Cool. Okay, so now I'm going to use my plastic handle spoon to try to release all the bubbles, all the air that is. No, that's good. Oh, just a little more. There, good. There, good. So I don't need any more liquid, my friends. There. Now, let's wipe. Oh, Lord. Okay. You know what? I didn't put any sugar in there, but beets can be pretty sweet. So I'm gonna use some vinegar, just for insurance, to wipe the jars. They are mega hot. So I'm gonna have to wait a little while before I put them in that pot. So, believe it or not, my friends, I am gonna pour this juice in a glass and drink it. Here we go. Here we go. Some good beet drink. This is good. This is so good. Okay, in the meantime, until the water warms, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna rinse up these stuff. The reason why I was looking to pressure can so much, or looking forward to pressure can so much, is because I want to ferment everything, right? And I don't want to pickle everything. And if I do that in hot water bath, if I preserve my beets in hot water bath, it means I'm going to have to either pickle or ferment. So, yeah, I am happy to have this canner. And I just tested the temperature, and the temperature in the jars are just about the same as the temperature in the pot. But to err on the side of caution, I'm just going to let it go until 540, 545, somewhere thereabout. And then I'll get them in. I could even let it go until it boils. But no, I won't. So now I'm doing the beets. I'm wondering if I should go ahead and do some carrots. Because I do make carrot drink. So if I pressure can carrots, then I could use the carrots to make carrot drink. Yeah. So let me see what this book says about carrots. You will need approximately, okay, I don't need you to tell me how much carrots I'm going to need, but let's see. Pressure can method. Procedure, select small carrots, preferably 1 inch in diameter, discard any foliage, wash, trim, peel, and rewash carrots. Slice or dice as desired. Choose each hot or raw pack method. Choose either hot or raw pack method. Okay. I think I will choose raw. Place prepared carrots in a large pot. Cover with boiling water, that's the hot water. Raw pack is bring a large pot of water to a boil. Fill prepared jars tightly with raw carrots. Leave in 1 inch of headspace. If desired, add 1 teaspoon of canning. So when all jars are filled, add boiling water. Leave in a 1 inch headspace. Remove any bubbles. Wipe rims. Center lids and screw on jars. Okay, so it's similar to this, only I am going to be doing raw packed because I don't want the carrots to get too mushy. And I think I'll preserve some of the nutrients. Okay. I'm gonna get some carrots out. I'm gonna do some carrots. My only thing that I'm wondering, what size jars do I use? Well, I use the size that I have. I didn't get any pint jars recently. So. I do have some pint jars and I do have some quart. And they're all cleaned already. One, two, three, four, five, six. Because I'm using some pints, I think it can fit more than 7. I do have another pack of quart jars, but I think I'm just gonna use these now. Okay, so I'm gonna get these into the canner. you know what? I should have double checked to see if the water level was okay. There we go. Oh yeah, it needs a little more. This was boiled a few minutes ago, so... Okay, there we go. Now it's good. So it is a 7-quart canner. Okay, so now I have all the jars in. I am going to go ahead and close my canner. There we go. And I'm going to take this to number 2 because number 2 function is for me because I live between 0 to 4,000 feet above sea level. Okay, we're good. Okay. My timer has gone off, so I'm going to just go ahead and stop it.
The time has elapsed, and I'm now waiting for the pressure to come down all the way back down to where it started from. And then after that happens, I will change the dial here, and then I'll be able to open up the canner. So all the pressure is out of the canner now. I'm going to turn it back to steam. There is still a little steam left, but then it is safe to go ahead and open the canner. There we go. There's a lot of pressure that builds up in this thing. Wow. And now, one thing I'm not going to do when I'm taking out my jars, actually, you know what, there's it's bubbling a little bit in there. Actually, one of my jar is siphoning right now, so I'm not going to take it out right now. Okay, let's go ahead and get these out. And the one thing I'm not going to do is lean them. Just gonna tap the water off the top of it. I think one more batch and I'll feel more comfortable.